Hey YouTube, Mark here with another fragrance review. This time let's delve into the house of Liz Claiborne. It is no secret that the bread and butter, the money maker of the Liz Claiborne house is their Curve line. Curve for Men is undoubtedly their top seller of the line. Now, when a top seller comes out worldwide like Curve, you're going to see flankers following every following year. Liz Claiborne is no stranger for releasing flankers for Curve for Men. I think there's several out there. This is one of them. This one is called Curve Kicks for Men. Now, when I really enjoy tackling these cheapy lines like Curve by Liz Claiborne, just to see if I can find a diamond in the rough. I really like enjoying posting a video about a fragrance that's cheap but actually great bang for your buck. But on the flip side of things, when I'm looking for these diamond in the roughs, you hit a couple roadblocks, we'll say. This is one of them, and it's always great to share the good with the bad. This one is on the bad side of things, unfortunately, but it's always great to share my opinion about what I feel is the great of the Curve line and the bad, and this is bad, guys. So I'm going to let you guys know what Curve Kicks is all about. I'm going to tell you what it smells like, what I like about it, what I hate about it, and of course a final rating on this fragrance. It's not going to be pretty. Get ready. Let's take a look at the presentation on Curve Kicks. Alright guys, let's take a long hard look at the presentation, the bottle and box of Curve Kicks. And as you can see, it is a royal blue color. Box first, and as you can see, this is not your typical cardboard box. No, this is a tin can. Yes, all Curve Kicks do come in these tin cans, 2.5, 4.2 ounce. The only ones that wouldn't, of course, would be the gift set. So let's take a look at the can itself. Of course, as you can see, it almost kind of looks like a billboard here. Kicks, Curve Kicks, and we got the 4.2 ounce. You have your batch code right here at the bottom of the actual box, but you don't have to worry about that since I don't think this one's going to be faked at all. There's a little bit of cardboard inside to actually support the bottle, so that's actually a nice touch even with a cheapie. Sometimes you don't get that with the more expensive ones. Now the bottle itself, a pretty stereotypical Liz Claiborne Curve presentation. You have the stopper here, it says Claiborne in blue. It's actually thick plastic. You take it out, it's pretty thick. You got the little blue sprayer, and then you got your stereotypical sticker here for Curve Kicks. There's a sticker at the bottom which has your huge code that you saw at the bottom of the box, but I'm not going to show you that, and you probably won't see it. I actually used quite a bit of juice to test this one out. This is all testing juice. I actually do not favor this fragrance at all, so I don't really wear it. So I actually tested it quite a bit, as you can see. The sprayer is actually not bad. These Curve sprayers are pretty good, I would say. Not bad. And of course, let's put this guy on. We don't want to spray any more of that. So here you go, presentation, the bottle and the box. Let's get to it. Let's review Curve Kicks. Alright guys, let's tackle bottle sizes for Curve Kicks. It comes in 3 bottle sizes. You got the little mini, 0.5 ounce. You'll find those at Walmart for around $5. You got the 2.5 ounce, and then you got the big boy, which is this guy right here, 4.2 ounce of Curve Kicks. Retail price around $5 to $45 American. I really wouldn't pay more than $20 American for this fragrance. I really think this Curve line will be found at discounters near you. Also that 0.5 ounce that you can find at Walmart, I really think that's actually a waste of money, where you can find a 2.5 ounce of this stuff maybe for like 10 bucks, 15 bucks. So more bang for your buck. Look for the bigger bottle instead of the 0.5 ounce that may tempt you at Walmart, especially since it's so cheap. Now, hit the shelves back in 2007. Has it won any awards, or has it hit any of my top 10 list? I'm going to tell you right now, right in front of the camera, it's not going to happen. Group, this is listed as an aromatic woody fragrance. I would go against that and say it's an aromatic fougade. Definitely with that lavender note, which is quite pungent. I really think it's more of a fougade than anything else. Parfumier, I couldn't find anybody to attach their name to this fragrance, and I can't blame them. You gotta hide if you made this. Recommended age, I would say this is one of the more mature vibe of the Curve line. I know the Curve line is really targeted to the teenagers, the college kids out there. This one I really think that it has more of a mature vibe. I would say 25 and up. And I know a lot of kids, you know, they'll see this at bargain bins and it's a lot cheaper than other stuff out there. So I'm just going to let you guys know 25 and up is my opinion for the recommended age for this one. How many sprays and wear? I go one on the chest, I go one on each arm, and one on the back of the neck right here. Hit your hairline if you can. And that's basically it. I try to avoid this area right here. This fragrance is highly synthetic. It's really cloying right off the bat, and it is going to drop kick itself into your nose. So heed my warning, try to avoid this area right here. Now let's tackle the notes. There's a lot of notes in this fragrance, so I'm really excited to delve into it and let you guys know what it smells like. But let's take a look at the notes. The top notes, we got aquatic notes, we got anise, we got ginger, we got thyme, we got some mint, one of my favorite notes in perfumery. We got bergamot and tangerine. In the mid, we got lavender, cardamom, labdanum, and amber. In the base, pretty busy. We got cashmere woods, patchouli, sandalwood, oak moss, white vetiver, and skin musk. The major players in this fragrance, I really felt that the ginger is a major player. In the mint, we got the lavender, and the patchouli and oak moss is a huge player in this fragrance. So let's get to it. I'm going to sniff this one out and let you guys know what I smell from top to bottom. Alright guys, time to sniff out Curve Kicks. I'm going to let you guys know what this fragrance smells like from top to bottom. Let's do an initial spray of this fragrance on my hand right here. And heed my warning, if you are going to spray this fragrance on your hand or on your body, just give it 10 to 15 seconds before you sniff it. This one's highly cloying, highly synthetic, really out there, really chemical-like. You're going to smell the alcohol. And give it 10 to 15 seconds on your hand, so if you don't sniff it right away, you might be tasting it in your mouth also. That's how cloying it is. I'm actually tasting it in my mouth right now, and that's how far it is. Either way, right off the bat, this fragrance comes out fresh, almost teasing you. It's really lots of citrus. We got some ginger, we got the mint, high octane mint. We got some lavender from the mid, we got the oak moss from the base peeking through already, a little bit of woods. Now this fragrance, there's a lot going on at the start, and this one is highly synthetic. Now a lot of people, I hate when people say synthetic and say it's a bad thing in a fragrance. You know what? Some fragrances are synthetic, but they do the job correctly. They get you compliments and they actually smell quite pleasant. It doesn't have to be all natural. Synthetic fragrances like the original Curve, hey, it gets you compliments. It actually smells kind of pleasant, cool water, fragrances like that. Not the most original fragrances, not the most authentic fragrances. And when I say synthetic, it smells like the mint. It doesn't smell like mint leaf. The citruses, not nice and juicy citruses, it almost smells like a fake citrus. The lavender, it smells like a fleecy or laundry detergent. This one is synthetic to a fault. All these notes are synthetic, just badly done. So you put all those together, jumble them together, and they're all over the place. And yeah, this one is just synthetic to a fault. They're not meshing well together. It smells refreshing in a weird way. I could see some people liking this, but for me, it's attacking my nose. It's drop kicking my nose, and I'm just like, what's going on? Now, the mint mixed with the citrus, the ginger, kind of clashes with the lavender, the woods, and the oak moss, which is peeking through. It really made this opening hard to even stand. There's a few times when I first started wearing this, testing this for this fragrance review, I couldn't do it. It was headache inducing. It was really, really bad. I was like, how am I going to get through with this fragrance review? I could not get over this top note. I'm kind of, like right now, like I've been wearing this for quite a while. I'm still trying to get used to this top note, and that's a bad thing. So this top note, really cloying, synthetic bubble. Now in the mid, it dies down. Does it get any better? It dies down, so it's a little better. It's not as cloying to your nose. As far as the mix-up or the mash-up of all these notes together, it does not get any better. The mash-up is just not well done. The lavender comes out. This is a bad lavender. It really makes me think of laundry detergent. It meets the woods. The oak moss is really peeking through now. and it's an earthy green feeling, to be honest with you guys. Again, synthetic vibe that churns out something that doesn't really resemble anything like the outdoors. I really like my green fragrances to remind me of a pine tree, remind me of green grass. This reminds me, to be honest with you guys, a bad air freshener. You know, trying to give your home an outdoorsy smell. This is what this smells like in the mid. It's not a good sensation. It's not something I would personally wear on myself. So I'm not feeling this mid. In the base, it's musky. There's woods and there's tons of oak moss in here. It's an oak moss party. I'm happy at this stage that it's more of a skin scent, but then again, that's not a redeeming quality. I don't want it to go away. If I want it to go away, that's not a good thing about a fragrance. So this base is just basically an oak moss party, and it just wasn't pleasant enough. Let's get to the overview, and I'm going to let you guys know my 2 cents on this Curve Kicks flanker. Let's get to it. Alright guys, welcome to the overview on Curve Kicks for Men, and the theme of this review is, again, too many notes meshed together. They're too synthetic. This is a big synthetic bomb. Where is the quality control, Liz Claiborne? I want to ask you this. Maybe there isn't. But this fragrance, there is too much shit in it rolled in together that it's just unbearable. It's loud. It's obnoxious. No man should smell like Curve Kicks for Men. I'd rather opt going for a jog for an hour, stink it up real good, no deodorant, come in my backyard, I'm going to dig a couple ditches, starts raining, hey, might as well roll in the mud, go see my wife in my own manly musk, all muddy, all dirty. I'd rather smell like that than this thing. Trust me. If you are wearing this thing right here, when would be best? It's a daytime fragrance. It's a casual scent. I would probably wear it in the springtime since it's a green fragrance. I did a little bit of research about Curve Kicks. I remember purchasing this early in my YouTube years. I think it was 2009, 2008. And this was readily available for $15, $19 American on eBay, everywhere I could find it. Now it's getting a little harder and harder to find. I did a little bit of research to see, you know, put it in eBay, see how many show up. There was only like 2 dozen showing up on eBay, and they were actually, the prices were pretty high, $29 to $30, $40 American to purchase this fragrance. So I tried to do a little bit of research, talked to a few people, and nobody really knew any information if it's getting discontinued or not. But you know, it seems like it's getting harder and harder to find these days, which to me is a positive. Now, this fragrance brought out all the negative aspects of fragrances of these notes together: ginger, mint, oak moss. These notes with the lavender just didn't mesh well together. It just brought out the negative aspect of all these. It just made other green spring-like fragrances look that much better. Live Jazz looks like an all-star beside this thing. Catsy's Roadster looks amazing beside this thing. And when you're doing green fragrances, you gotta do them, at least give me a little bit of a touch of an outdoors, you know. Give me like a pine tree smell. Give me a nice authentic mint leaf smell. Cut green grass, give me that. Gap grass smells much better than this, even though it just smells like cut green grass. It smells way better than this, and don't tell me Gap's budget's better than Curve. But either way, it just brought out the negative aspects of these notes: mint, ginger, lavender, oak moss. It just didn't do it. Why would you hate this fragrance? Well, synthetic to a fault. Again, I don't like bashing a fragrance, calling it synthetic, because there is some good synthetic fragrances out there. Horrible quality control over at Liz Claiborne. Yes, what's going on? Who's smelling this stuff and releasing it and spending good Liz Claiborne money on this stuff? These notes do not mesh well together. If you don't like green fragrances, don't smell this. Even though the bottle should be green, actually, not blue. It shouldn't be really called Curve Kicks. But either way, that's all marketing. I'm staying away from that. Synthetic, horrible quality control. These notes do not mesh well together. That's why you would hate this fragrance. Very, very poor showing from the Liz Claiborne house. One word to describe this fragrance, I would have to say a horrible mess. Yes, a mess. Bottles. I couldn't find anything in my personal collection that smells like this, as bad as this. Thank God. People are saying that this smells like Iceberg Twice. I did a little bit of research, and it seems like Iceberg Twice has the same DNA as this thing, so stay away from those two. Best time to wear this fragrance: daily, spring, never. Compliment factor. Good old compliment factor. I like the compliment factor. I asked people what they thought about Curve Kicks. Smell me, smell me, smell me. Do I stink? Do I smell great? Compliment factor agreed with me. Yes. Thank God. Compliment factor, bad. People did not like this smell on me. Even one lady said, "Aren't you a little grown up wearing this type of fragrance?" I was like, I don't know. So compliment factor, not good, which I'm happy that someone agrees with me. Buy, try, or pass. This is the most obvious buy, try, or pass. Do I even have to say it? Yes, it's a complete pass. Pass on this fragrance. This is not something that I would highly recommend to any of my reviewers. I would actually not recommend this at all. Spend your hard-earned money on maybe another Curve if you like to. The original is actually not bad. Curve Connect's pretty good too. Check out my reviews on those too. See how they do. So guys, let's get to the rating system and see how Curve Kicks does on that. Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, it's time to rate Curve Kicks for Men. Projections. Going to get a fairly low score of 3. Projects fairly well for the first half hour, and then it just dies down on your skin. Longevity, 5. It does last 4 to 5 hours, sometimes even more. Versatility. This one gets a 4 out of 10. That is a fairly versatile fragrance. Overall smell, I'm giving this a 1. This is what really downgrades the smell of this fragrance. I just can't stand it. Compliment factor is bad. Seasons, I would say I would wear this in the spring and in the fall. In my opinion, this is the worst from the Curve line. If you are on a budget, don't be tempted with the low price of this fragrance, especially with the Curve line. Overall smell really downgrades the overall score of this fragrance, which is going to be a 1. This gets 1 bottle.